Okay, DGP 118. Back behind the mic, it's Steven and KP recording on a Wednesday, November 5th.
Howdy, hitting you on a Wednesday. We played yesterday in the Champions League, big time things. We haven't caught you since the win also at Burnley. You know we called that one correct. You already know we're on a heater. Got to call that out first. We called that 2-0 victory. Obviously, we had the big one yesterday, 3-0. But it's Wednesday, man. Happy hump day. Tell me about the week. Are we going to make it to Friday?
Hey, it's good to be back. Shout out to the listeners. It has been a long week. I keep checking, and I'm still surprised that it's Wednesday. Happy to be here, though, behind this mic with you, man, because the vibes are so high, Steven. The vibes are so high. Nothing matters, dude. Not the market, not the election that just took place on Tuesday. The vibes are just so high to be an Arsenal fan.
You know, we talked right before this. It's like, what do we talk about? 10 in a row? Like, what are we even talking about here? The vibes are so high, you don't need to hear anything from us. There's no controversies. The only controversy we got is people keep getting hurt, but it don't matter because we keep winning. It's vibes out here. It is nice.
The squad depth is crazy, dude. You know what? There was controversy, actually, against Slavia Prague. We got a penalty that I'm not sure we should have gotten that penalty.
That's a Champions League penalty. On one hand, I give the Champions League credit because you see something like that and you're like, oh, they're going to give it. It's like, at least I know, right? I know that they're going to give that. So I give them credit for that. But also on the flip, it's like, it's not really a handball, is it? It's not actually really a handball.
It was tough. It was tough. But listen, man, we just can't concede 8 games, 8 clean sheets. That's crazy, dude. 10 wins in a row. That's crazy. The only team in the Champions League that still hasn't conceded a goal. That's crazy, dude. This is not normal.
That's a big time stat for me. Champions League is where games are open. You're going all over Europe, right? Like Slavia Prague, you're going to somewhere that they're looking forward to playing the Arsenal. This is a very big game for them. The fans were lit like that. The stadium was popping. They could nick a goal, right? They could nick a goal easy. We've seen it before. 4 games in a row. Playing some pretty good teams as well. Obviously, we know in the Premier League we got it. We got it like that. But to do it also in the Champions League, like this is legit stuff, man.
It's a force to be reckoned with, Steven. I think that's the way a pundit would maybe put it.
I saw something from, I think it was Thierry Henry on CBS coverage. And it was talking about the Arsenal. The Arsenal don't get scored on. Bayern Munich can't stop scoring. And I think that's our next opponent in the Champions League. So that'll be a fun one. That's one to look forward to.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, we have a game coming up at the weekend. It's the last one before the international break. And I mean, I'm looking forward to it. I think statistically, we're going into the international break top of the league, regardless, right? That's a good feeling.
Top of the league. This is one of the rare moments you're looking forward to an international break because we are falling apart a little bit, huh?
Starting to feel that way, dude. Starting to feel that way, man. I felt for 14. Burnley game, maybe that's when he pulled his hamstring. That amazing pass that he made, maybe.
Don't do it to him, man. Don't do it to him.
I hope not. I know you're on that train, dude.
No, I think what happened was he was listening to DGP last week. We're giving him credit. The words hustle merchant were mentioned. He said, nah, check this out. Hit him with a little Andrea Pirlo ball across. That was hands down his best performance. I think that's from everybody watching the game. He did a little of this, a little of that. That's the type of player we want. Is it eventually time for him to come around to it? I don't know, but like that was hands down. One half of football, that was a great performance.
So they've been kind of quiet about the injury, right? Do you think that there is some kind of sick mind game happening? Because I agree with you. That was definitely his best performance in an Arsenal shirt. That game started and he looks like a guy built for a game against Burnley, dude. I felt good. I knew this guy was scoring today.
I love that. When you're saying they're trying to hide something, what do you mean by that?
Is it that it's just like, oh man, now he's firing. Let's just take him out of the line and bring him back after the international break. And Mikel's just looking at the derbies coming up, looking at that Bayern game maybe, and saying, you know what, actually, maybe it's best that this guy doesn't go to play with Sweden during the international break. I don't know. Maybe it's the best thing for him to get some rest, because it seems like he plays a lot for Sweden as well, and we need him back for those big 3 games. I'm speculating, by the way. This is just a podcast.
That is the 4D chess. I believe Isak is hurt as well.
Ooh.
I think he is. I mean, go ahead and fact check that, but I think he's hurt. Could be the 4D chess, but I say no. Sunderland is a game I think he would be a great option to play. Like, he would be a great option to play versus Sunderland, who are still, I think they're in 7th. I still think they're one of the teams sitting at the top. So we got to pull out a performance, especially at the Stadium in Light.
Dude, Sunderland are sitting at 4th, my guy.
Oh my. That's a quick fact check right there.
I got it pulled up. Sitting behind a Mac tonight, dude.
I'm sorry, Jacques. That's my apologies.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited for the weekend. Before we get to all of that, obviously we're going to go have some player chats. Sticking with 14 here, man. Yeah. Maybe I'm saying that it's 4D chess, but maybe it's that something is actually wrong, because I did feel like he's going to score a hat trick after he scored the first one, right?
There was no way he was coming off of that game.
Right?
No
right?
way.
Yeah.
After that performance, and as you said, he's the type of guy, once he gets 1 goal, he's trying his hardest to get 2. I think he's probably injured. I haven't heard any news like you're saying. I have no clue about the timeline. It's actually crazy. KP, it is crazy that like we are left. I mean, we're going to be running out Marino again. We're at that level. It's not we're 10 games in the Premier League season. Marino is already at the 9. This is crazy stuff.
Yeah, so maybe underneath the defensive form that we have is this little bit of just chaos, right? That's being a little bit overshadowed. I mean, we don't have our playmakers. We don't have our captain. We don't have Havertz. This guy just goes down. But hey, man, I hope they're all watching tape, because if I was number 14 and I was watching Mikel Merino against Slavia Prague, I'd be pretty sick to my stomach, dude. He makes scoring looks easy, doesn't he?
We've said Trossard is the best finisher in the squad. Has it changed? Is Merino now the best finisher in the squad?
I think so, because of the headers.
That's fair.
I don't think Trossard can head like that, dude.
He absolutely can't. And Marino's headers aren't just like him trying to get it on target. To me, they are placed.
Yeah.
Like, he knows what he's doing. I would say he's also the best finisher in the squad. As much as that pains me, it's true.
It's good, though. He needs to get legs, going. So he played a half against Burnley, played the full game against Slavia Prague, coming at the weekend. I'm feeling a lot better with him having, some good minutes under there. 120 minutes, maybe. Quick maths.
And those slow legs. What you love about Merino is, that first goal against Prague that he had. The finish is just nasty, right? Great ball in on the left foot from Trossard. It's a little bit behind him, but he just puts it into the corner. That's just beautiful. Beautiful finish. And then I started thinking, we had a striker, Olivier Giroud. I heard like something like, oh, that was kind of a Giroud finish. It's like, oh, that's interesting. If Merino was Giroud back when Ozil was playing, back when he was doing his thing as a 10, do you think Ozil would have got the assist record?
What a tough question, dude. You know what I kind of feel bad about in this question is that Giroud is just taking strays, bro. He's just taking strays for no reason, bro. No, it's hard though. It's hard. I guess to answer your question, I would have to ask, who do you think is faster, Merino or Giroud?
Ooh, that's a foot race I would love to see.
That would be a fun foot race, dude.
I don't know. This is no slander to Giroud. I was actually a big fan of him. I'm pretty sure you liked him too, quite a bit.
Dude.
But there's obviously that season we all know just couldn't hit the back of the net. So many chances on platters, and he just couldn't do it. It was the weirdest thing. Obviously, that was the reason he moved on from the club. It's just because of that season. But the way this dude finishes right now, Marino, woof. I mean, he's finishing everything. Like you're saying, from the head to the volley to basically placing things on the ground. He's doing that on all levels.
The header against Slavia Prague was so funny, dude. I felt terrible for that keeper.
And you put your head out there, you got to cash those lotto tickets, man. You got to cash them.
Yeah, but like to your point of meaning it, he even meant that. The way he scored that goal, he meant that header exactly the way it played out, dude. He's class, man. It's super exciting. His celebration's cool. I like that he's also jumping up now. There's a little bit of fist bump. There's a little pizzazz to him, I appreciate it.
I'm a Marino guy. I don't love him at the 9, but I also don't love him in the midfield. He's just kind of like, he's just kind of like the guy that's there. You don't love to see it. There's better options, but also there are plenty of worse options to have. So I'll take him as a 9. Well, Gyökeres and Havertz are hurt. It could be worse.
Well, dude, that's one of the things about this squad that we're watching right now. You think back to the game against Prague. Ethan Nwaneri started. Whatever. Norgard started. Whatever. Against Brighton. Kepa in goal. Some of these role players that we have now that are just so critical to our overall success is kind of going under the radar. But that's what we've fucking built, dude. Shout out to Berta, man. Can't have a pod without a shout out to Berta right now.
Shout out Berta. I think this is the first time you've seen that new left back, Hincapié, versus Prague. What'd you think?
He got that dog in him, huh?
Yeah.
He's South American, dude. He's South American. He's spicy, dude. He's a spicy dude. He's about that life, dude. He's about that life. I saw a clip where Big Gabby was calming him down. So I'm all in, dude. I'm all in.
That was the moment with that big dude getting in his face. Obviously, Big Gabby's been there. He used to be that guy. He's like, I'm 27 now. Come on, young buck. And Capia got a rep himself. But I think obviously it's a great signing. It is interesting between him and Miles Lewis Skelly right now. Like, who's that number 2 guy? I don't know. Calafiori's number 1. We all know that. But the number 2 spot is kind of interesting.
Yeah, I mean, there's a few angles I can take that, dude. The first one is Hincapié. The one thing I noticed about him is he's very left-footed. It's all left foot. So for me, that's a little bit of an advantage to Lewis Skelly. Calling Calafiori as the number 1, what I'm kind of struggling with, like, not seeing this guy that much. I feel like there has to be such a injury risk management with this player because, like, why is Big Gabby playing against Slavia Prague? Can I be honest with you? Why isn't like Hincapié playing left center back or Calafiori playing left center? Where's the other left center back?
I think that's 100% what it is. It is like the injury risk to Calafiori is just so high. They're protecting him, right? Of all the back 4, they're probably like, he's the most prone to injury. We need to save him. If he goes down, that's a big change. I think you were talking to me about the outside backs having such like a offensive, like their XG, the shots on target, like touches in the box. I think you were telling me right before. I think Calafiori is a huge proponent of that.
Top 5, dude. Calafiori and Jurriën Timber so far this season are top 5 for touches in opponent box in our squad. That's crazy. That's going unnoticed, right? Because everyone's like, oh, these guys can't get scored on. It's like, no, dude, these guys are really good.
It is crazy. 2 outside backs. I mean, other teams just think about that. I mean, we're not talking wing backs either. We're not talking a back 5 wing backs. These are your left back in a 4 and your right back in a 4. And we both know they're obviously incredible. Got incredible stuff. I'm surprised Timber's got so much of that because he's known as the defensive stopper type of player. But Calafiori, yeah, dude's a player.
Absolutely, dude. Absolutely. Timber, I was a little surprised that he played as long as he did against Slavia Prague. And honestly, even to start, I was a little surprised by it because Benny Blanco is pulling out some tricks. I don't know if you've seen it or not, but he's pulling out some dark magic.
He got that funny clip in the Burnley game. Back on his bullshit. But let's get into that. You're one to watch, Ben White. It is interesting that Jurrien Timber starts the game, and he got a good portion of it. Didn't come off at halftime. Got a good portion of it. Do you think that's just a thing of Ben White trying to get minutes into his legs, or is it more like Arteta not trusting him right now?
I actually really do think it might be a trust issue. Mostly because of that penalty incident that got overturned against Prague. That was a little worrying to see that from him.
I'm with you 100%. I think I said this a few weeks ago. I was watching a game. You had missed it. This is probably when you were in Japan.
Olympiacos, I think.
And Ben White was playing, and Arteta was on his ass. Like, he was in his ear talking to him, and he was on the right. He was on his side of the field. It was an interesting thing. He's on his ass. Ben White's typically the guy that starts game in, game out for a couple of years. Things have changed. Things have changed a little bit. So I also think it might be a trust thing right now.
Yeah. It's playing out that way at least, because it's nice to see the shithousery from him, but I really haven't watched. I know I said he's one to watch, but I really haven't watched enough of him to be able to say much about him so far this season.
Well, that's it. To get out of the potentially trust issue, you have to play. You have to get the minutes to then therefore see him on the field. That's the issue right now, man. He can't get on the field. It's bad.
At least, I guess the good news for him is, because I was literally just thinking, one to watch, will he be one to go in January? I was kind of thinking that. But then I was like, we don't have another right back, right? So that's helpful. That's pretty helpful to his cause.
I didn't know Tommy was coming back.
So hopefully he gets that place back, maybe he just gets a little bit more time, more consistently. It'll be nice, right? Ease him back into things. We'll see. I doubt he's going to go on international break, so he'll always be around the squad, right? And when you have 3 back-to-back big games coming up after the break, it's nice to know what you have in the back pocket, just in case something happens to the other players on duty.
I mean, that's the way it's happening, right? It's potentially right around the corner that he is going to be starting in, game out. I hope not. I hope that's not the case, but that's potentially what's going to happen. Talking of international break, you got these 2 English dudes that you know are going. Declan Rice, Bukayo Saka. I think Saka might be an interesting talking point. Declan Rice, you can say what you want. We all know he's that dog. He's the horse. He's the guy, right? He's been man of the match, I think, playing out of his skin. Saka, what do you think? I mean, I haven't seen a lot of man of the match performances lately.
I guess it's a little difficult, right? When the other team's really onto you, and Victor Gyökeres isn't there, right? For a lot of it, maybe it's showing what he's adding to the team when he's in the starting sheet. But Saka himself, I think what's really difficult is that the last 2 games we've played, both Burnley and now Slavia Prague, I want to say they both play 3 in the back. Let me just look up the Burnley lineup real quick. Maybe not. I can't see it right now, but
they had a 5 in the back.
Right? They had a 5 in the back. And Slavia Prague, I'm pretty certain played like a 3-4-3. So, they're doubling up on the outside. They are still doubling up on the outside. And Saka, he's taking shots. He's having good moments. He's just lacking that conversion right now a little bit, right?
Yeah, he's not getting the conversion, to be honest. I set you up with that. That was some clickbait stuff.
You think so?
I honestly don't think he's been bad at all. Sure, maybe he's not getting numbers, but like you're saying, he still gets that treatment. He's still getting star treatment, right? The left side's just playing really well. Trossard's getting the numbers, which you love it. You love to see it. The left side's not completely dead. I think Saka's fine. Came back from an injury. I don't think he's 100%. I will say that. I don't think he's off to the races yet. But I'm not concerned about him.
I mean, I saw a lot of desire in the game against Slavia Prague. In that first half, I saw a real commitment to score, to like get on the score sheet. And the penalty, good fucking penalty, dude.
Good fucking penalty. That was actually something. I don't know if that's new in his locker or what, but smashing it into the corner, loved it. But the desire, that's a great thing to point out. He seems like he's getting frustrated, which I actually like. Like, he's really trying. Like, he knows his numbers are not up. He seems like he's really trying for it. So I like that. Even though he is frustrated, it's not like he's kicking out at anybody or anything. I think it's with himself. Like, he knows. He knows he's the guy.
Yeah, 100%, dude. 100%. You know, those misses, they replay for him in his head, right? So he knows what's up. Declan Rice, yeah, I mean, that Burnley game was amazing. That might have been his best game so far this season. I think he might be listening to the pod. He heard us saying Zubamendi is stealing the show, kind of outplaying him the first 10 games, and he's showing what he's capable of, man. He is just so top, so top.
That goal he scored, the header, for me, that's like Mikel Arteta's like picture perfect goal for the left 8. I assume that's what he's envisioned. And going back to when we bought Havertz, I think he envisioned him playing the left 8 in that manner. Arriving late in the box, heading balls in. That didn't really happen. Here we are, a few seasons with Declan Rice. He's grown into this. He was not this player. He was not this guy originally. Great. He obviously has a great skill set, but I think he's worked into being this player. Getting goals, getting the assists. He's changed. It's like his own evolution. I'm sure Mikel's seeing that goal go in. Like that was picture perfect to him.
Absolutely, dude. You know who hasn't changed one bit since the day he signed for this club? He goes by the name Leonardo Trossard.
Leonardo. You already know I'm a big fan of this dude. Bruh. I mean, he's that guy, man. Talking about he's 31, cooking up people. Kyle Walker. None of that. He said, your pace is gone, bro. I'm going to cook you.
The Kyle Walker battle, I really enjoyed that, dude. I enjoyed that one. Martinelli, you know he gets pocketed by Walker, bro. Don't play with me like that. So I appreciated the effort that Trossard was putting in.
Shifty. The one thing people always say about Trossard is he's not a starter. He's better off the bench. I mean, how many games is it now that he started and he's getting the contributions, whether it's goals or assists? He's getting on the score sheet, man, and that's what it's all about.
Yeah, and he could have scored against Burnley when he had that shot. That was a really nice shot, dude. Super clean shot. He's so classy with it, dude. The way he gets those crosses in, he literally just like lines up the guy and knows, okay, this time I'm going to just cross you with my left foot. And you're beat. The window is too big, dude, and you're beat.
I think that's 2 left-footed crosses in a row, right? I think the Rice header was a left-footed cross. Marino goal was a left-footed cross. He's obviously got that in his locker. I heard something from Amy Lawrence. I think she's a journalist. And this is about being in the stadium, like actually watching the game in the stadium, that I thought was pretty interesting. Came out for the second half of the Burnley game. Team huddles up. And it's Leo Trossard is the one talking. It's not Declan Rice. It's not Bukayo Saka. It's not Saliba, Big Gabby, whoever, David Raya, like one of those. It's Leo Trossard like leading the group in that discussion. I mean, he's a veteran. He's got the temperament. That's kind of right. I think he's kind of on the edge quite a bit. I like that from him. Like that's my guy.
Yeah, we need that. We do. And, you know, left-footed cross. You know what that means? This game upcoming, right-footed goal. Here it comes, dude.
Let them know. Put that one on the book, man. We're hot.
That's how it plays out sometimes. Just got the script. So I think before we go into the Sunderland preview and a quick chat around the league, we might have a little game to play, huh?
It's time to play the game.
Time to play the game.
I pulled up some stats. So we're 10 games in the Premier League season, 16 games into the entire season. I'm going to ask you top goal scorers, top assists, the most minutes, In the 16 games, not in the Premier League, all right? This is
Okay.
all competitions.
Okay.
Top scorer with 6 goals. Who is it?
That's got to be Victor.
Gotta be Victor. 6 goals in all competitions in 15 games.
That's not bad, you know. He's got 4 goals in 10 games in the league. I mean, 40%. Maybe it's not what you expected. Certainly not what I expected. But 4 out of 10, 6 total. Not bad. No, I guess the worrying thing about him is that those are multi-game goals, you know?
Yeah. Apologies. It's 14 games that he's played in, 6 goals. I think 4 of them are in the Premier League.
Uh-huh.
So it's 4 and 10. But like you're saying, I think that might be 2 braces.
Yeah.
Don't love it. But I'm also gonna ask. There's an interesting one here for the other 2. Who's 2 and 3, 5 and 4 goals respectively.
5 and 4 goals across competition. I mean, I gotta put Saka up there.
There you go. Number 2, Saka with 5 goals.
Oh, the third spot is hard, dude. Third spot is difficult. Because Marino is just that guy, isn't he? That would be my guess.
Marino? Okay. I like the shout. He's actually tied for the 4th spot. Gabriel Martinelli with 4 goals. Right? That's a sleeper right there. I feel like that's a sleeper.
Okay, that's fair. Martinelli Hive. I see you.
All right, and now let's go to the top assists. Coming in with 5 in 16 appearances.
16 appearances? I don't know if Trossard has played 16 appearances because my first thought is Trossard.
Ooh.
But 5 assists? That's the total? That's our highest assist?
That is the total. Yes.
It could be Big Gabby, you know, low key. But I don't know, man. Declan Rice?
Declan Rice with 5.
Nice.
16 appearances. Next, give me the next 2. One of them it's 4 and 3, respectively. 13 appearances and 16. A little info there.
Yeah, a little bit of something in there, dude, but I kind of felt good about guessing the first one. I didn't want to continue that one. The assists, let me see. I mean, Trossard.
You're hot. Yeah, you're hot. Come on. The reason I'm throwing it out is because you've said all the names already. Trossard is 2.
Oh, and Saka?
No, it's a Big Gabby.
Oh, it is Big Gabby. Let's go. My
Big
captain,
Gabby
dude.
3.
My captain.
He has three assists.
Wow. Good for him.
And the last one we'll go with is minutes. And I'll let you know, it is not a goalkeeper on the top.
Oh, that was totally going to be my guess. Shoot. Who has played the most games? Could be Declan Rice.
You know, and I'll give you a hint. You were already saying this earlier about, there's an injury-prone player. Why aren't we taking this dude out? Why is he always playing?
It can't be Calafiori, dude. He's not played the most games. It just cannot be him. Could be Jurriën Timber. Is that what you're hinting at?
No, I was hinting at Big Gabby. Big fucking Gabby.
Oh, man.
Because he's always playing. Calafiori can't slot in there. Big Gabby has the most minutes this season.
That's pretty wild, dude. You think back to the hamstring injury. You think back to this amazing form that he's on. So some of these smaller, you think back to him going to Brazil. He's going to Brazil, right? Come on. So I don't know. Game management there a little bit, right? People management. What would we call that?
He's kind of the only real surprise one. The only attacker we have. No attackers in the top 5. 6th is Gyökeres, who just got hurt. The other one's Declan Rice, Zubamendi, Timber, and then of course Raya. So it's like names you would expect to be there, like the players in not as much of a sprinting positions. Declan Rice he's the guy, right? Like he's like Iron Man. He's gonna be healthy and running around. That's just what he does. So no real surprises. I'm glad there's no attackers up there for all the injuries. Like we're trying to spare their lives basically, which I'll take.
Yeah, I'm glad I got most of those right because I'll be honest with you. I mean, that means I'm paying attention right now to the games that we're playing, because I'll be honest with you, when I was watching that Slavia Prague game, once we scored the second goal at the start of the second half, I didn't watch the rest of that game, dude. I know we're winning.
That was a sleeper. That was absolutely a sleeper. No, I give credit to you. You were spot on. I mean, with the goals, the assists, you're already saying the names. I'm not asking the question. Like you're on it. But I'm with you. All this winning, it's like, man, I get a goal in. Obviously, they're not scoring. Everyone's talking about if they got a shot on target. Like, that's the world's ending, you know?
Big bad bullies, dude. That's what we are. Arsenal just bullying everyone right now. They can't cope with it. And you know what? I promise you, this team wants a shutout at the weekend. They want to extend that record, dude.
So we got Chelsea. It's 15 goals, right? Entire season.
Uh-huh.
Isn't that the record?
Well, actually, I was talking about the record for like clean sheets in a row. Because
clean sheets in general.
In a row, yeah.
Gotcha. Oh, in a row. Okay. My question would just be that. Do you think it's even possible that we break it? A couple weeks ago, people were mentioning it, and I was like, I don't even want to hear that talk. But we're 10 games in, 3 goals. Is it possible?
It's possible. Is it probable that we break it? I don't know. Right now, I would take the under, right? Or, yeah, I would take the over of the goals that we're going to concede. Yeah, sorry.
Okay, so we still hitting the over.
I think so. I mean, dude, okay, I'll tell you what. There's not going to be a lot of games that we get scored on more than 2. That's for sure. There's not going to be a lot of games that we get scored on 2. How many games will we concede? 1? Will they add up to 15? Yeah, I think so, right? I mean, I think so. There's 12. 12 is the delta. We've got 28 games left. Oof. 8 of those are for sure we're conceding. It's going to be close. It's going to be fun. It's going to be really fun. That's the level of confidence right now. The fan base this is what we're worried about, dude.
Yeah, I love it. The defending is great right now. I think it's like the passion of it. There's clips in like the Burnley game, 2-0, 94th minute. There was a corner. I'm sure you've seen it. And like Arsenal hauling ass back to defend, right? No counterattack. The VAR reversing that penalty against Prague. I mean, I feel like that was nobody wanted. Big Gabby's kind of in the referee's ear. The game was at, I think, was it 2-0 at that point? I think it was 3-0 actually at that point.
Yeah.
We need the clean sheet, man. We need the clean sheet. Only team in the Champions League. It's like that. It's like that right now.
Yeah, you know, one thing that we've talked about a couple of times now is the sort of measurement for success when you're thinking about this squad, especially this year. And we've hinted at the Champions League being a good measuring stick. We've hinted at the performance against the other 14 being a good measuring stick. And given the conversations about how much we rely on set pieces, when you think back to the last 3 years, one of our biggest issues has been who's bailing out the defense. And that could be the third kind of point of this triangle for measuring success is, will the defense get bailed out when the game comes that they concede?
Ooh.
Or will Big Gabby have to fucking head a ball in?
That's what I'm thinking right now. I mean, the way it's going, no. Like, I don't see that happening. Set piece goals, they will go away. Like, it just happens. We've had really good runs in the past with set pieces. Eventually, they just stop going in. Whether the defense changes, like the plays just aren't working. Like, that's just the way the game is, right? There's an ebb and flow to things. When those dry up, who's going to be the one scoring? I don't know. Maybe when King Kai is back, maybe he'll be the one. I don't know. We're talking about Saka getting his numbers up. Maybe he's just biding his time. Man.
I mean, that might be your answer, dude. Honestly, think back to it. Victor Gyökeres. You said he's scored 6 goals, right? One of them was a penalty. I know that. And 2 of them came from corners, right? At least. So half of his goals, not kind of what we need, dude. Not kind of what we need. That's all I'm saying, chat. Bring back King fucking Kai. I can't wait.
I can't believe it's doom and gloom over here, man. It's doom and gloom. What's going on?
It's not. I don't mean for it to be doom and gloomy. And by the way, like, I'm fully behind Victor Gyökeres. All I'm saying is these are facts, Steven. Okay, we love a good fact check on this podcast. And this is a fact. Our top goal scorer, 6 goals, half of them are from debt plays. So, and the other half, it's Leeds and Burnley. I mean, wake up, chat. Wake up. I love you. I love the club. I love the squad. I love Mikel. I want us all to succeed. I love seeing the crossfield pass from him. But don't tell me he's an upgrade on Kai Havertz. Just don't do that.
I'm not hating on that. I mean, I think that's a realistic take. When those goals dry up, when those set pieces dry up, who's going to be banging in goals? And that has not been seen yet of who's going to be the guy stepping up. It makes me sick to my stomach. It like actually makes me, it like pisses me off that Erling Haaland scores all those goals, man. One guy, they just have one player that's just better than everybody. And that just like, right?
It's a little soul crushing, yeah.
Yeah, it's like you don't have to be, they might not be the better team in a lot of games, but they have the guy that's going to bang in goals. And that's, at the end of the day, that's what matters, is scoring more than your opponent.
Yeah.
Tough.
Yeah, and if I were to add anything to that, is that what makes it even more annoying is the fact that he's scoring these goals on counterattacks. He's scoring a lot of these goals from like runs that are deep in their own half that turn out to be just a one-on-one. And for a squad that they have been building for the last 10 years, the manager that they have, the tactics that they're deploying to help this guy get the goals, that pisses me off for sure.
It just feels like it's different for us at times. It just feels like it's different. I mean, you're right. The goal that he scored against us, it was a counterattack. It is what it is. We've also seen when we've packed it in against them, he's null and void. He's just like not really there. But yeah, you give him space and the big man starts hauling ass down the field. That's all she wrote.
Good luck. So it's going to be really fun. I mean, before we get to the Sunderland game, if I were to go around the league real quick, there's two kind of big games. There's Spurs playing United Saturday. That's the first game, I think. And then we play, and then Liverpool and City play Sunday at 11:30. They kind of wrap up the weekend before everyone goes on break. So kind of a nice setup. I mean, if we do get the 3 points, Liverpool and City, it'll be fun to watch them actually play each other again.
Do you think they're actually going to go for it? Or is it going to be one of those just kickabouts on a Sunday?
I think they'll probably go for it. I mean, I know Liverpool won in the Champions League against Real Madrid. This guy has now put 2 wins back to back. Good for him, Arne. He needed that. And now with City coming up, I would expect a good performance from them. And I think City, they want the 3 points, right? Why not?
City at home, I think that's who I would take. And that is almost for what you just said. Haaland will get some chances. I just see him getting chances against this Liverpool team because they obviously are going to be attacking. We've seen it happen to us. I assume that it would happen to them. I really like that United Tottenham game. That's going to be a fun one. Who do you have in that one?
Yeah, that game could go in so many directions. That game might end in a draw, to be honest with you. Knowing these two teams, that game has the potential to end 0-0. I'm telling you that right now.
It is written.
But hopefully United win. I like United winning. Bring it back, dude. Let them have something. They've been having a tough time.
I'd go United over Tottenham just because of my own general feelings of both clubs. Do you think Amorim, do you think they're back? Looks like they're both, United's at 8th, Tottenham's at 6th, both sitting on 17 points. It's actually shocking to me that United's at 17 points. Tottenham, not as shocking because of Thomas Frank. I rate him. I think he's a good coach. But the United one, I'm a little shocked by that.
Yeah, it's kind of a big game for the two of them, right? Before their international break to see which one of them could potentially break into that top 4, call it. United, Amorim, I mean, we said this after the first game that Arsenal played against them, right? That team is going to score goals. That's for sure. So as long as they're scoring goals, they'll be able to pull out some results. And Buemo, he can catch fire. He'll probably score against Tottenham. Cunha, he's got the good shot on him, and they're starting to figure it out. It's enough for them. I think what they have is enough for them to finish in the top 7 for sure.
I think that's fair. Chelsea's sitting right in between them. They might be the surprise team. I think everyone had them chalked for the top 4. Seems like they've had their struggles. The red cards are insane. The red cards are insane. I remember the day when we used to be getting red cards like that. Like, just insanity what they're doing. Like, stupid stuff. Really, really stupid stuff. It's not like referees having it out for them. To me, it's decisions like, guys, like, I have to. It'd be crazy of me not to give you a red at this point.
There's cameras. Like, what are you doing?
We live in a society.
What are you doing? Listen, man, but for us, Sunderland, away, Stadium of Light, it is pretty exciting. I'm looking forward to it. I know that's your squad, huh? This season. So I know you're looking forward to it.
I think I've only seen him play one time, even though before the season, I think I called him out. Granit Xhaka, obviously, he'll be up for it. I'm sure he'll be looking to get a result, 100%. Boy, I think the real question is, do we get scored on or not? Do we get scored on or not? And I'm going to say no. I am going for another 2-0.
Oh, wow. Wow. I think we do get scored on this game. I watched our game against Chelsea, at least the last bit of it, and they're big, they're strong up top. They have the players like Xhaka to release those guys. So the counter, I do think might be there, and maybe a set piece. I don't know. I got a feeling we concede, and for some reason I feel like we might go down first. Going back to our conversation earlier about who's going to bail out the defense, I think this is a really, really good test. If Victor's not there, if we concede early, who's going to bail out this team? That's not Big Gabby. I think we'll win though. 3-1.
3-1. Man, it is just sad to see like the reality of like our attacking options now. It's just tough, man. It really is tough. Madueke having a great start to the season. Gone. Kai Havertz hasn't been seen. Gyökeres, now gone. Martinelli had a revival. Gone. That's not good, man. It's really not good.
No, and Sunderland, okay, so they beat Wolves, and then they beat Chelsea, and then they just drew 1-1 Everton. So, they have something to play. I mean, they're sitting 4th for fuck's sake. So hopefully they come and play a little bit. There's some hope in that. That's what
I'm hoping for, is that they do come to play. They're in 4th. We have nothing to lose. We're at home, Stadium of Light. It's our first big game, real big game in the Prem at home. I hope that's kind of an indication right there. Looks like they lost to United. That was an away game. Looks like that win against Chelsea was an away game. This is probably their first big, top 6 team they're getting at home. Come out to play. Come out to play.
Kind of a big bad wolf vibe, dude, the way you put that. Sounds good, man. Sounds good. Hopefully we get to see them come try to play. I don't know about sort of lineup, I suppose. I mean, do we see Calafiori?
I think we see him. I don't think he's hurt, is he? Was he on the bench versus Prague?
Yeah.
I honestly think it's a run it back mode type of thing. Same. I'm going back to the Burnley game. Same lineup, except Marino starts up top.
Yeah, isn't that wild, dude? How this manager is just right under our nose, running it back in the Premier League, and just thinking we're not going to comment on it.
What options does he have, to be fair? What options does he have now?
I know. I know it's really tough because like even like my head tells me put Eze at left wing, but I'm like you can't take Trossard out of left wing. Right
Yeah.
now you can't take him out. So I get it. I get it. Run it back. It's all good. We'll be here right after to talk to you about it. Anything else you want to get on the pod?
Nah, I'm good. I'm good this week, man. Big win this weekend.
Let's get it. Let's continue the momentum. Stay top, easy, extend that GD. You never know. You never know when you're going to need that goal difference, chat. So I'm pretty pumped about it. If you're not subscribed, make sure you get involved so you get notified. We kind of drop episodes randomly. Although the last 2 weeks we've done pretty well recording on a Wednesday night. But hey, enjoy the rest of the week. Enjoy the match. And we'll see you on the other side.
Be easy.